In today's video, I'm showing you how I created 3 beautiful Pottery Barn inspired decor pieces for a fraction of the price. You won't believe how well these turned out. For our first recreation, this one is like a trash to treasure. I've had this cookie tin in my stash for maybe 4 years. And that's ceramic plate I got from the Dollar Tree. And we'll be using this beautiful napkin that I got from my friend Jackie. So I'm taking some white chalk paint and I'm going to dab this on, and I'm using the dabber to just dab it on. And after I dab that on, I did both the base and the cover. And now I'm going to be decoupaging my napkin. So I'm getting some of this multi-purpose Mod Podge from Plaid. Pour that in a little dish, and I separated my napkin. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. If you are new here, my name is Christine. I'm so happy to have you. And if you are not new, welcome back to another video. And now I'm using a little water on my brush because I don't want the rabbit on there. I'm removing the rabbits, and then I'm going to just tear them in abstract pieces using the water technique. Now that we have all our pieces cut out, I'm now going to apply the same Mod Podge multi and my strips to just decoupage those onto the tin, and I'm just using my finger to press that into the Mod Podge, and then the fan brush to just spread it out. And I will go all the way around, just doing the same thing with the tin, and then do the same thing with the covers. I am going to layer it a bit because, as you can see, some places you can definitely see the white showing through a lot. So I will just use sections or different pieces of the pieces of the napkin to cover those areas. And now I have the tin all covered and decoupaged. The excess pieces that were hanging off, I'll just use the sanding block to gently sand those off. I don't want to rub it too hard because that's going to just smear up the tin, and I didn't want that. So here I am doing the same thing with the cover, removing the rabbits from our napkin and then just tearing it in different pieces, making sure that it was going down in the same direction. And I just use my finger to press that in, and I will do that until I was done with the cover. So this is DIY Inspiration Challenge, and this is hosted by Loli from Loli D's Creation, Katie from Lady Red Crafting, and this month their guest host is Michelle from the Southern Shell. And the inspiration for this one is anything Pottery Barn. And I am so excited to be joining these ladies on this challenge today. I love creating dupes, so I'm sure you will find lots of inspiration on this playlist. So make sure to go down to my description box, watch the playlist, all the videos on the playlist, and check out the host channels as well. Link to the playlist will be in the description box as well as pinned under the video. So as you saw, I completed the decoupage, and then now I'm just looking for spaces or places that I can fill in extra pieces to just layer that and cover up a lot of those white empty spaces. And then this is done. Once that was done, here I am just looking for places where I can add the extra pieces. Now we have both pieces completed. Off camera, I also did the saucer, and then I took my gold marker and I went around the rim of the saucer, and I used some gold metallic paint to go around the rim of the tin cover, and just dry that. I believe I gave this 2 good coats. These would be so nice to give as gifts for Mother's Day. If you have not seen my video that I posted with Mother's Day inspiration ideas, I will link that at the top here. So if you watch that video and you're watching this one, you can definitely get a lot of inspiration for last minute gifts for mom. So now I have both my pieces done. Let me know what you think about them and tell me how much I did, or tell me whether the dupes look better than mine. And here I'm just adding some last minute cover or sealant onto the saucer just to protect that. And I will do the same thing for the tin as well, but I won't show you all of that because you already know how that works. So of course I then took some jute cord and went around the edge of the rim because I didn't think that I was done. I went around that 2 or 3 times. Next, I cut a round piece of cardstock and I glue that at the base of the tin. Now, if you want, you can paint the inside. I just didn't want to paint it, so I just used a piece of cardstock and place that at the bottom and then cover it back. And my friends, these 2 pieces are done. Let me know what you think. This is Pottery Barn's piece at $39.50. And this is mine at $1.25. I believe it turned out super cute. Next up is this double vase artisan rope vase, but I just did one. And I believe I saw Loli did something like this in a previous video. But I'm taking this vase that I had in my stash. I actually got this from in a thrifted bundle that I got from my church. And here I'm just using my dabber again with the leftover paint, and I'm going over this. I believe I gave this 2 good coats, allowed the first coat to dry properly, and then went over it a second time. And you want to be careful because you don't want the sponge to lift up the paint that you've just done there. And I left it overnight to dry properly. This rope came from the Dollar Tree, and I removed the little plastic or the little tape that they had covering the end, and I'm just using the glue to keep that in place until I glue it onto the vase. Now I'm just gonna go abstractly on the vase, not necessarily like how they did theirs, but in a pattern where it looks cohesive. So I'm using my hot glue. I started at this end, and I didn't mind that the end of the rope was frayed. That's how I actually wanted it to look. And I just went around the vase, just gluing and running it. Here I did not distress the vase before I put the rope on because I wanted it to get a different look. So I'm going to do the distressing afterwards. So here I am back where I started. I just cut off the excess and I kind of frayed the end of the rope, glued that down, frayed it out a little bit more, and then added some more hot glue, and then just trim off the piece that was hanging off from the edge. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are enjoying the content so far, go ahead and give this video a like and also subscribe if you enjoy the content. You know, I must say that it is very disheartening sometimes when I look at my algorithm and I see that 80% of my viewers watch the video and they don't subscribe. We spend a lot of time preparing the projects for our videos because we know that you enjoy watching contents and getting inspiration. But if you enjoy watching our channels and you enjoy what we're putting out, it doesn't take much to just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, as a matter of fact. I'm now going, this is where I am distressing. I thought it would have been so cute to just distress the rope itself and then add some distressing marks on the vase. And this is what it looks like when I was done. Now theirs don't look anything like mine, and that's okay. I didn't want mine to look exactly like theirs. I love how mine look. And I just fill it with some flowers that I had. And this is done, my friends. Let me know what you think. So I got this set of coasters from the 99-cent store, and I've had them for a while now, and we're going to transform this set of coasters. So I painted the top with the folk art Adirondack, and this napkin again came from my friend Jackie, and I think it looks pretty close to what the inspiration piece is. So here I'm just laying that out and then doing the same water technique. I don't want the bird in the middle right there. I am going to add the bird back to it, but it was just placed right in the center on top of a lot of white space around it. So I had to remove that first. So now I'm just taking 2 little pieces of tape to remove the back ply from my napkin. And I'm going to decoupage this just the same as I did with the other 2 projects. And guys, I apologize for how my voice sounds. It is pollen season, and something at work today just got my sinuses activated, and I've just been sneezing and coughing all day. So I apologize for how my voice sounds. So now I'm just, decoupaging this one. And I did say I wasn't going to let you watch me do all of this. But if this is the first time you're seeing the decoupage process, I will link a video at the top here. You can check that out after you get done watching the playlist, of course. And after I was finished layering my napkin on top of the coaster, here I'm using a piece of parchment paper and my heat press. And what that does, it reheats the Mod Podge and seals the napkin on top of it. And then I'm going to add another layer of Mod Podge on top of that to seal it. But that is after I add my bird. Here I'm just trimming off the excess white from the edge of the bird. And then I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the center, place the bird down, and then just press that in, dried it, and then went over it again with a second coat of Mod Podge, if I had said that before. So that's what I did, and I did that for all 4. And here they are, all done. Love, love, love these. Stick around for the final reveal. But before we do that, let's read our scripture for today, Psalm 92, 1 and 2. It is good to say thank you to the Lord, to sing praises to the God who is above all gods. Every morning tell him thank you for your kindness, and every evening rejoice in all his faithfulness. God is such a faithful God, and we should never cease to give him thanks. Now here we are for the final reveal, my friends. Let me know which one of my Pottery Barn inspiration today was your favorite. I believe all of them was mine. All of them were mine, but you tell me which one was your favorite, and how did I dupe these inspiration as close as they are in the original, or I added my own spin to it. Let me know what you think. I believe mine came out just as nice as the ones in the inspiration. But guys, don't forget to check out the host channels as well as the playlist. And there you have it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed crafting with you today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more creative projects like these. And tap that notification bell as well so you never miss an upload. Need more inspiration? Click right here for other fun DIYs. Happy crafting, stay safe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!